Vince McMahon versus Dana White. George, who wins?
If we're talking about a fight in their prime, it would be pretty interesting. They both were pretty tough dudes back in the days. You know, Dana White was a boxing trainer, and McMahon was a beast back in the days. He was steroiding up. He was looking pretty vicious back in the days. But I mean, I'm going to go with McMahon. McMahon's had his business going for 50 years. Wrestling has been the top entertainment thing for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. They've got fan bases from teens to 50s. I take McMahon on this one.
George is a big wrestling fan, we know. But give me Dana White all day long. He is like, in this COVID-19 thing, we've seen how much of a gangster he is. He's keeping it going. He's keeping sports alive for all of us. I mean,
WWE's still going too. Are you missing out? You're missing out Thursday and Friday night. They're going twice a week. Twice a week.
John?
Well, I definitely have to go with Dana White, but I think George actually made me think a little bit, because the longevity, I can't say the word, longevity of, of McMahon is pretty impressive, right?
If you go to the views on WWE, they're higher than MLB and NFL. NBA all combined. There's more views on WWE.
I mean, really, the argument is that Vince McMahon has an entertainment company, right?
Right.
Dana White has an actual sports company, right? Now, if you look at Jordan, though, Jordan could probably be in the WWE much faster than he could ever be in any type of MMA. Regardless of
he'd make a lot.
UFC.
He'd make a lot more money going to WWE. If you were my son, I'd convince you to go to WWE.
I mean, Jordan, you have the beard, you got the hat. Oh, you look like a Tyrus. Tyrus, that's what it is. You're like the Irish version of Tyrus, right? So, I mean, so you have to, since you look like a wrestler, I'm kind of surprised that you didn't go with, Vince McMahon. But
I'm kind of surprised you're sitting there imagining me in spandex. But, But let's get back to the topic. It's Dana White.
I didn't imagine that until you actually just said it just
you'd be
now.
like one of those hillbilly guys. You'd have the jean overalls on.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd be rubbing people in the armpit. That would be your WB guy.
Yeah, you'd be like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I never knew you guys were so into WWE.
Wow. I used to love it.
Well, I was in it like when I was a little kid, but it wasn't WWE back then. It was like Junkyard Dog and shit like that. But I do love the UFC, and I do love Dana White, and anybody that gets their own island because of COVID, that's the winner for me.
Gangster.
Right? Even though McMahon's been around a long, long time. And
who's worth more money?
I don't know.
Question.
Oh, that's a no-brainer. McMahon's a no-brainer.
I don't know. Dana White sold the UFC for a lot of money. I don't know how much he owned.
I don't know. We'd have to look that one up. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But I think if you looked at years in business versus net worth, I think Dana White's probably pretty close, right? I don't know. And to me, it's not even so much about money as it is about who's a complete badass.
Well, it'd be a good fist fight. Back in both their primes, it'd be a good fist fight.
It would have been a good fight.
Well, here's the difference is that, Donald Trump actually fought, in WWE, right? I don't think Donald Trump would ever fight in the UFC, right?
Donald Trump's made appearances on a lot of shows and soap operas, actually.
He did. Now I know Dana White is a huge Trump fan because he said he always treated him well, when they hosted fights there. So, but yeah, I think that at the end of the day,
I'll take McMahon. Let's get them to fight. They could probably still fight.
I mean, I think the main thing of this video is that Jordan needs to tell us what his wrestling name would be, because that's the most important piece of this whole video. Jordan, I've come up with names for you before, but I don't think you like any of them. So any new thoughts? Group hug.
Group hug would make a great
Group
wrestling
hug.
name.
Yeah, that would be a really bad wrestling name.
Group hug in pink spandex.
Group hug, just kicking your ass, and there you go, imagining again. Anyway,
Group hug, and your signature move could be like a bear hug, where you just hug them to death. All right. Hey, like, share, all that. We're out. Talk soon.
don't like
Peace.
this.
All right. Bye-bye.